Oops. Yeah, I survived 2020. Up off next.
So you were very impressed, it sounds like, with...
I was so impressed. Mike Tyson, if he gets 3 more exhibitions like that, at that level, I would even back him in challenging any title contender, even a champion, the right champion now.
So you really think, George, that Mike could step in there with a heavyweight in his prime and actually beat one of those guys?
I really do, but he'll need 3 more of those kind of exhibitions with guys that he has to be nervous and afraid of.
We're not talking like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, are we?
You go eight 2-minute rounds, I'd back Tyson.
What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. So, in this video, I will be discussing George Foreman's latest statements regarding Mike Tyson's comeback and how he dropped a nuclear bomb when he said that he thinks Tyson would defeat Fury, Joshua, and Wilder in a 10-round exhibition. Also, I will reveal the pay-per-view numbers for the record-breaking event Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. The event was so successful, it has birthed a new boxing league. That's right, Triller is looking to build off the success of the Tyson Jones event by starting a boxing league called the Fight Club, hosted by Snoop Dogg. Now, I will be keeping you all updated on the latest and greatest regarding Mike Tyson's comeback. So, if you're new to this channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. So, Big George Foreman was interviewed by TMZ Sports, and he had encouraging words for Mike Tyson. He was so impressed and shocked by Tyson's performance that he said this.
So you really think, George, that Mike could step in there with a heavyweight in his prime and actually beat one of those guys?
I really do, but he'll need 3 more of those kind of exhibitions with guys that he has to be nervous and afraid of.
We're not talking like Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, are we?
You go 2-minute rounds, I'd back Tyson.
Now, we all know Foreman became the oldest heavyweight to capture the title by defeating Michael Moore at 45 years old. So, like Foreman, he knows a little something about advancing in age, having doubters, and defeating a prime heavyweight champion, years removed from his prime. Now, some may believe that Foreman is like saying these things because he may be biased towards fighters closer to his era, or maybe have like some kind of friendship with Tyson. So he's just blowing smoke. Well, on the contrary, Foreman was very open with his opinion regarding Mike Tyson's comeback. Many times he communicated that he was against the comeback and was concerned about Tyson getting hurt. Now, Tyson was aware of this and shared his thoughts on Foreman's opinion.
George Foreman was saying he's a little worried that one of you guys might get hurt in there.
He wasn't worried about getting hurt when he went on his tour of coming back.
Right.
And fighting. So don't worry about us, and tell George I love him for caring.
So yeah, Foreman, he isn't saying this to blow smoke. Like he told TMZ Sports, he was shocked.
And I know you like Mike.
But I didn't expect to feel like that. I did not expect to feel like that.
Now, I agree with Foreman that Tyson's performance against Roy Jones was amazing. And as a boxing analyst, I am very aware that power is the last to go. So I was mostly curious about Tyson's speed and his reflexes. And like I said before, the fast hands of Roy Jones barely touched Tyson, leaving one to wonder if a big heavyweight, like even a prime heavyweight, possesses the hand speed to do what Jones couldn't: touch Tyson flush and consistently. Now, Big George Foreman said that Iron Mike Tyson would need maybe 3 more exhibitions before taking on a Wilder, Joshua, or Fury. And if Tyson does those things, he'll back Tyson in an 8 to 10 round exhibition.
You go 2-minute rounds, I'd back Tyson.
Well, as I covered before, Team Tyson reached out to the WBC and lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury.
Not really too sure, but I did get a phone call with a chance to fight Mike Tyson.
And Tyson himself publicly expressed his interest in taking on the unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua.
Call from somebody who says, hey, Mike, I'll put you in there against Anthony Joshua, and we'll donate a lot of money to charity. I have a feeling you might get a call like that.
I would love to do that. That would be mind-blowing.
And now Foreman is saying Tyson is his favorite to beat those guys. Now, look, I'll keep you all updated as this story develops. Now, let's talk the pay-per-view numbers for the Tyson Jones event. Reportedly, this event shattered expectations, like totally demolished expectations with 1.2 million buys. That makes this event the most successful boxing event this year. That's more sales than the rematch of Fury versus Wilder at over 800,000. And it ranks second in combat sports behind UFC 251 Usman versus Masvidal. Now, that is a huge success and extremely surprising. Like, the question is it alarming? So, like, if two fighters in their 50s headlining an undercard with a YouTuber versus an NBA legend, if that can best an important and anticipated heavyweight championship event, then what does that mean? Is boxing in a darker stage than we all hoped? Well, one can look at it that way, and maybe that'll be accurate. But maybe, just maybe, this is the type of event we need to bring boxing back. I guess the question is, will Mike Tyson save boxing? Look, Triller has decided to build off their success with this Tyson event and Snoop Dogg's colorful commentary going viral by starting a boxing league called the Fight Club, hosted by Snoop Dogg. So, like, this isn't the Legends Only League. Like, this is a totally different league separate from that. Now, that league is led by Mike Tyson. This Fight Club, hosted by Snoop Dogg, is a league of its own. So, like, Fight Club would be more of what we saw with Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson. So you'll have ex-athletes and celebrities athletically gifted. They'll have their chance to fight, throw hands, box, wage war, whatever you want to call it. I mean, look, this can be interesting. Like, can you imagine finally having 50 Cent versus Floyd Money Mayweather with Snoop Dogg singing?
Dropping it like it's hot.
Now we all know who'll win that, but you can't say it wouldn't be hilarious to watch. Oh, and don't worry, boxing fans, like, don't worry. The sport of boxing has been around since 1681. I'm sure it'll survive Snoop Dogg. ShowBizz, the adult. I'm out.